So, which I might should have done when I was still like maybe getting my master's, but I just didn't do it. So, I don't know.
Okay, I know we have a smaller crowd tonight, which is totally fine. I just have it's more informational, and then I have one little like motivational little thing I want to share. But I really want to hear just like how everybody is doing, what you feel like you're struggling with, what you feel like is going really great. I know Emily is on here and she has just like gone for it and it's like, hey, I'm doing a 5-day glimpse. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it, which is, I just think it's like ideal. I love it when people do that. Emily, I was going to text you today, but then I was like, maybe I'm going to wait for the call and see if she's willing to kind of share and talk through what she's got going on.
Sorry, I just had to unmute myself. I've never done that before on here. Yeah, I'm just doing a glimpse week starting on Monday. It's super exciting.
What do you have?
Right now, I have 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm still waiting to hear back from, I think it was 8 other people.
That's awesome.
So, we'll see.
Because it'll be so intimate, which those are the glory days when it's like intimate and awesome like that. And I also want to let you know, I just took I bought a course. I paid so much money for it, but it's actually been really helpful and it's on like webinars or whatever. And they were talking about the percentage rate of like the people you talk to versus how many sales you get. They said it's like 5% is good, is what they said. Like the 5% conversion rate. I was like, that seems like not a lot, but so for you to talk to, and so they were like, hey, you need to have like 900 people on your, just a click on your whatever to get like 10 people to sign up. So how many people do you feel like you've had conversations with?
Like one-on-one, like messages?
Sure. Yeah.
6 people, 7.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, I haven't been reaching out to people. I've just been doing my story, and that's really it.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, with your following, that's totally fine. That's awesome. Anybody else want to share? Y'all totally don't have to. I know there's still some new people on here, but I'm glad there's new people because the thing I want to reiterate at the end of this is perfect for new people. Mary Alice, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
You doing okay?
Yep, doing great.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk through To Be Mindset. Stephanie was texting me and she was like, hey, where can I find more info? And I feel like you may have to purchase the program. Tell me if I'm wrong, Mary Alice, to where you can it's not just on BOD, right? You have to buy it to get access to it.
That's right.
Okay, and, but it is on BOD once you purchase it.
It's under the nutrition tab.
Nutrition tab, that's right. So I was trying to find, I logged myself out to look for it and I couldn't find really anything. So hopefully this will be helpful for y'all to talk through it. And I am so excited about it. Mary Alice has been doing it, I know. So I would love for her to chime in on anything that she sees I'm missing because I will say I feel like doing 80-day obsession first has got me backwards a little bit because I'm so used to eating often and having certain portions, and it's really hard for me to break away. And it's not necessarily a plan, it's a method and a mindset. And I'm struggling with that a little bit, but I can see how much value this will bring to people who don't have a plan, who don't want a plan, who don't want to exercise, who are uncomfortable exercising because they're really, really overweight. So I'm going to tell you all about it really quick. So To Be Mindset, you learn to eat the foods you love and to feel satisfied and still lose weight. It helps you conquer cravings. It teaches you methods to get through social events. You will learn how to lose weight and keep it off once you know it. It helps you in snacking, which actually for me, I found that I want to snack because I don't eat as often. So I'm trying to balance that out. You can indulge. Like she says, you can have like sauces and cheese and like you really can have anything that you want, which is like it's just so weird for me. I'm not used to that. So, and you really do free yourself from deprivation. There is no deprivation in this. And you love your body and you lose the weight and enjoy foods that you love. So she has 4 concepts. Okay. First one is water first. And I will say my water intake has probably tripled since doing this. I'm supposed to only really drink 2 of these, which seems like not enough. I've been drinking like 5 or 6, and I feel really, really good. Second one is veggies most. Really, you eat a ton of vegetables. So a lot of people who start 80-Day Obsession, they're like, oh, like I feel a little gassy or bloated. And for me, that's how I was at the beginning because of my vegetable intake. It just wasn't like it should have been. And now I feel like I'm eating even more vegetables. And so I'm kind of like back to readjusting and I've been feeling super bloated. I'm like, it's just the vegetables. I'll level out. I'm only on like day 4. So, and then also the next one is the scale. So I've never really weighed myself as consistently as I am right now. And that's first and foremost, that's really so I don't get obsessive. However, I have learned so much about, like if I have had 1 less of these than usual, I weigh more the next day. And it's not like, it's like 0.3 pounds more, but it's like, oh, like, okay, the day before was a really good day for me, or the day before was not the best day for me. I'm going to redo day, 2 days ago because it was a good day for me. And then the last one was to track your food. So this is kind of what, here, I'll stop the share. So this is kind of what it looks like right here. You track your breakfast, lunch, you have an optional snack and dinner, your water, asks you your weight, how you're feeling. And this has helped me because if I don't want to track it, like I will feel like guilty for tracking it. I'm not going to eat it because that's just my personality. I don't want to, which is good. One thing that I have been eating on this is the beach bars. And I got to be honest, they don't make me feel that great. So I'm going to, I've always said bars are, in general, anything processed, I'm just like, I just don't do well with. So I'm going to just really use the bars as necessary, like the summer as I'm traveling. If I really need it, I immediately feel not great when I eat something like that, which is just what 80-Day Obsession has done for me, which I'm thankful for. Okay, so obviously 80-Day Obsession is 13 weeks. There's also a peak week, and I really do feel like that method can be used long term if you're cool with like being strict long term. I enjoy it so much. I love 80-Day Obsession. I love the actual plan of eating. I love it. 2B is definitely more ongoing in its mindset. So when people purchase this, that's kind of like you could say, hey, we're going to do a 30-day group or we're going to do a whatever day group. The way I run my programs is if you are drinking Shakeology, you can be in my virtual wellness studio. That's just the only requirement I have for people because number 1, that means you're supporting me, but number 2, that's like the foundational thing. I want everybody to be drinking. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do 2B mindset because it is so different. I don't like doing separate groups. I feel like I lose people that way. I feel like I can't keep up with people. It's just too much. So I'll keep you posted on what that's going to look like. Maybe it'll just be like a different email group of women that I email certain things to, or because I want them to have the same community that's in the virtual wellness studio. I'm not really sure. I'll keep you posted, but it's ongoing. So you will have to decide how you want to run that or what you want to do when it comes to that. So there's portion control containers in 80-Day Obsession. It's timed nutrition. You have 5 meals a day, which I really enjoy. I love that it's like a scientific calculation, right? It's like you weigh this, these are your goals, like maintenance or weight loss equals this. It's just proven, it's right there. Technically, you're really not supposed to have cheats. And I will say that, in my opinion, on 80-Day Obsession, you get awesome results if you stay on track. If you are not on track, your results I feel like, I don't want to say go away, but they are not as strong or as evident, even if for a couple of days you're not super on track. So when she says no cheats, like she really means it. And I've seen that personally. To me, the meals are super basic, super simple. You're not getting fancy schmancy with the recipes. And then I like the individualized weight or the individualized meal plans based on your goals. Tubi is very much intuitive eating. So they teach you to look at your plate from like a bird's eye view and say, okay, I need 75% vegetables. So think at night, that's what she says. You need 75% of vegetables. That's a lot of vegetables, and only 25% protein. And I'm like, well, it's just hard for me to not use containers, right? Like my mind is in the container world. So I'm like, is that 3 containers of vegetables or is that 2? And then I'm like, okay, no, I'm just going to lay out my plate and do the best that I can. You have a normal breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's been hard for me to transition because I like the 5 meals. The snack is optional. I have found that I do need a snack. I think a lot of it is because of my workouts. She allows treats. She says, hey, it's not a cheat unless you don't track it. So she allows treats. She just kind of teaches you how to work through that mentally. Meals are definitely more innovative. I made a zoodle meatball, like pasta type thing tonight. It was delicious. Like it was so good. But if you think about it, like it made 4 servings, but it was like 6 zucchinis, right? So you're having like 2 full zucchinis as basically your whole meal. And then you have 3 meatballs, which is not that much meat. So you truly are having like so much vegetables. And it's definitely more a general mindset than an actual plan. And some people might need that more. But I have noticed that it definitely takes more mental energy for me to choose these meals because they're not like planned like they have been since January, right? So you know what the workouts are like. They're really difficult in 80-day obsession, but I do feel like they're buildable. A lot of people feel like the workouts are too hard for them because they are beginners. And Autumn says that it is not a beginner program. However, I feel like they are buildable, right? So you do the same workout for 4 weeks, and then you do the next one. And so I think that people can do it personally. They just can be intimidating for people. And I do think there's a ton of value having an actual plan and being able to cross off days and to be able to see the progression that you're making. I do think that it's a negative that it's only 13 weeks. Like when the 13 weeks are over, it's hard. It's almost like crap. I'm like, now what do I do, right? You do it all over again. 2B, the workouts are considered extra credit. So this is perfect for someone who physically is injured and cannot work out, who maybe is pregnant or breastfeeding, is just not comfortable working out, who is so overweight that they like physically are uncomfortable doing that. And this will get them to a point to being comfortable in their skin to work out. I love to work out, and I think it's because I'm strong. Like when I'm at the gym, I feel really, really good. But I totally get, like fit people go to the gym, right? Not unfit people. Unfit people do not go to the gym. The point is to get them to the point where they feel like they can start exercising. This is also great for someone. I mean, I talk to people all the time that do CrossFit and they love Orange Theory and they love this and they love that. And I want people to do what they love. There are a lot of coaches that are like Beachbody on demand or nothing. And I'm like, no, people need to do what makes them feel good, whether that's Beachbody on demand, whether that's mixing a couple of different things in. But this is a great, like you have an option for people who are like, oh, I love Pure Barre. You're like, great, I have an option for you. So that's awesome. So 80 days, you will look the best you've ever looked after 13 weeks. So if you got a big event coming up, if you back that train up to, back the dates up to when the 13 or the 90 days or 80 days would start right before your event, that 80-day obsession is perfect for you. You have this knowledge of when to eat, what to eat, and how much to eat for your body, and you have that forever. Like what I tell people is what the 80-day obsession program has done for me is this knowledge for my personal body is something that I can pull out, like that mental file, whenever I need it. Whenever I need a tone it in or dial it down. I'm so thankful because I honestly did not know how to eat. I didn't know. It's changed my life. I'm so thankful for it. No scale, just progress photos. So in 2B, at the end of 2B, you're going to feel really good. I really feel like I've already seen a difference in my skin just by upping my water. I feel really like full. I feel really satisfied. Haven't been on long enough to really see like results, but I do feel really good. A new way of thinking is great long term. And I love how she really goes into managing social events. So an example would be like Thanksgiving. She's like, okay, it's a all day affair, Thanksgiving is, and it's really, really hard, right? So her thing is water first. That's her saying, water first, veggies most. So fill up the plate with veggies, then have a little taste of everything that you want. And if you're still hungry, start back over. Water first, then have some vegetables. Are you still hungry? If you are, then get some protein. Are you still hungry? If you are, then you can have some carbs, and then you start all over. So she kind of teaches you how to manage those social events, which I really like. And I do feel like, since I'm not necessarily on a plan right now, and I'm like a strict plan, I'm on a method. I have been saying some of those sayings to myself. Like when I open up the fridge, I'm like, okay, veggies most. What vegetables am I going to eat? I had to go to the store today and stock up on more vegetables because I'm learning exactly how we're doing this as a little McNeely household. And then also use the scale, which has been a good thing for me. You know the supplements. I love the supplements, Shakeology, pre and post workout, bands, sliders, and BOD. I could not live without my supplements. I love them so much. So for 2B, there is an option to have a kit without Shakeology. I am not going to offer that. I'm just offering the Shakeology option for no other reason than I believe in it wholeheartedly, and I want everyone to be on it. For the trainings for 2B, it's videos. It's lots of videos. I don't even know how many. I think it's like 20 or something, but they're short videos. But I sat there and binge watched them. So I sat in the bathtub and I just went all the way through them. So for 80-day obsession, it is a time commitment to sit through and look through everything. And then the mindset videos for the training, it is definitely a commitment to sit there and watch her. But you really grow to love this girl. She's like a celebrity nutritionist in California or LA or something, and does this for so many people. She's created this mindset. And so I really do feel like it's kind of like an honor that she's sharing this with Beachbody and then letting everybody else kind of in on it, because it's awesome. You get the tracker and the water bottle for accurate water calculations. And I'm picky about my water bottles, and I really like this one. I'm actually pretty surprised. I like it because it fits in your car drink holder. Like I said, the preparation, you have like the simple food prep, but the hardest thing for me has been the actual recipes. Now I know some of y'all have been making like recipes for 80-day obsession, and that's awesome, but that is just not my strong suit. It's really difficult for me. But so another thing about the recipes, she has a couple of different food groups. She has carbs, proteins, and veggies. And then she has something called accessories. These accessories could be anything from hummus, which was a fat in 80-day obsession, like guacamole, avocado, which was also a fat in 80-day obsession, any kind of sauce, any kind of dressing. This is what all of the accessories are, and basically you can have an accessory in any meal. There's no portion of this accessory, but you just add it as you please. So it's super, super different. It's crazy. I think I love 80-day obsession because you see the value of a plan of day 1 to day 80, this is how you eat, this is how you do it. And just completing something from start to finish, I think is the best confidence builder you could ever have. Finishing something that you start and making that promise to yourself. So I love 80-day obsession for that reason. You understand what your body needs. You're going to look the best you've ever looked. And then also exercise. If you are not comfortable, like I feel like my arms and my upper body, it did not develop until 80-day obsession. I have never held myself up in planks like I had. I've never done so many push-ups. I've never done so many just exercises for so long that it really built my upper body to where it is. And I've never had the tone that I have in it now, like I do right now. And the foundation was built in 80-day obsession, which I really like that. Your mentality will be totally different in 2B. You're going to lose weight and learn how to handle social situations. So which one is for you or for your client? So what I've been getting a couple of messages lately saying like, hey, I just want a meal plan. And when people usually say that to me, I still do 80-day obsession. I'm like, this is the best meal plan that you could possibly be on. But now I have to kind of dig in a little bit more to see what they've done in the past to see what would work best for them. So it's not just like a one plan for all like it has been in the past. So if you don't feel like you understand portion control, if you don't know what your body needs, if you desire a plan to walk you through it, a proven system, like that's what's important to me. I want to see something that has been proven over and over and over again. 2B Mindset has been proven like many, many times, but I feel like it's been proven for people who like need to lose 100+ pounds or like, you know, like really, really emotional eaters. It's been proven for them. I feel like 80-day obsession is definitely more so for people who are just trying to like shed those last couple of pounds or trying to get toned or whatever that, you know, kind of language is. When you're ready to get serious and get disciplined, you need to understand and build your muscles when it comes to exercise. And I think 80-day obsession is for people who are only doing one form of exercise. If someone is like, hey, I run every day and that's it, like I don't need a workout plan, I'm going to say, yeah, you do. You definitely need a workout plan. Or they say, hey, I only do Pure Barre, I'm definitely going to tell them to do 80-day obsession because I don't think Pure Barre is enough. I don't think just running is the best option. I think you got to mix it up a little bit. Now, if someone's doing CrossFit, they probably could not do 80-day obsession and be fine. But I do think if someone's doing CrossFit, they really need to learn portion control because they're lifting so heavy and so intensely that if you are lifting like that and you're eating a lot, you're not going to see results, right? So it just has to be a conversation. I was telling somebody, I can't remember, I was texting somebody, 90% of my job in my life is talking to people like this and just hearing what they're doing and trying to decide the best option for them. So on Tuesday night, I'm going to do a call basically talking through this stuff and saying, hey, if this is you, this is what you need. If this is you, this is what you need. So people can kind of decide for themselves. But like conversations, that's the only way that you're going to really get anywhere. And for 2B, if someone is like, hey, I am an emotional eater, this is for them. If they have a negative relationship with food, if they don't want to or can't work out, or they already have a workout program that they love, and they want to completely change the way they think about food, they'll learn the basics, or if they have lots of weight to lose. And then so I pretty much only sell the recommended package for 80-day obsession. Like I do offer the basics and I will offer the mega for sure, but I really heavily encourage the one with Shakeology and the supplements. And then, so this is just pricing differences. The challenge pack, which is the Shakeology and the kit, is $160, which I feel like for like an ongoing lifestyle, that's a great price. It's not necessarily a timed thing. And then for only $40 more, you get Beachbody On Demand, I think annually. They both require you to eat clean. They both require diligent preparation. They both require commitment, and they're both life-changing. I do feel like 2B Mindset is changing the way I think about things all over again. It's crazy how it does that. It's absolutely crazy. So let's talk a little bit. I sort of shared how to share it, but it's really for anyone with those things. So I want to talk a little bit about Instagram really quick. I feel like I've gotten a lot of texts or conversations with you girls about like, hey, like, I don't have a following like you, which I don't really have a following, but it has grown really over the last couple of months. But I just need you to hear me when I say it just started picking up. However, I'm trying to say this in a nice way. My Instagram has grown from solely my research and my efforts. I have taken courses on Instagrams. One was called Instagram with Attention. I just purchased another course, how to kind of do social media. I can't even tell you the countless hours I've been on YouTube watching videos on how to grow, how to become likable through social media. I have spent hours studying and memorizing the course that Laura and I are putting together because I believe that that's what has helped me with my Instagram as well. And I just feel like that I have seen the most growth personally when I am on Instagram stories, and not because people are necessarily watching my Instagram stories, but the right people, when the right people are watching my Instagram stories, and then they share that with someone else, okay, when they share it on their Instagram stories, that has been the most genuine growth, not like the weird fake accounts, okay? The genuine growth has been when I connect with certain people. So there's been like 5 or 6 people that I've connected with by just messaging them, saying, girl, love your hair. I don't know, by just connecting with them and talking with them if I feel like they're like me, not to try to get them to do anything, just genuinely trying to connect with them. And then just remember my sweaty hair trick, I dry my sweaty hair and then we put dry shampoo in it. I did a video on that. Some girl talked about it and I gained like 500 followers just from a sweaty hair trick. But I had connected with her in the past by just talking about maybe something that she posted. Maybe she, I don't know, had some sort of outfit or whatever. But I just feel like that if you are not on Instagram stories trying to make connections with people, you are really going to have a hard time growing. And it's not, and you have to know that like your Instagram is not about you. It is not. I know it feels that way, but if you are not entertaining, because people want entertainment, educating or inspiring in every single thing that you do, if you're just talking about how it's hot, like for example, my air conditioning has been out for a freaking week. Okay, it is hot AF in this house. The air guy just came. It feels so much better. I've been sweating every single night, okay? But like for me to get on Instagram to be like, y'all, it's so hot, I'm dying. That is like, no one wants to hear that. And that is a Debbie Downer and people hate that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying not to be real, but I'm saying each post and each story has got to be intentional so that people want to catch your vibe, right? They want to be a part of whatever that you are doing. And part of doing this hustle, right? Like it's my new thing, getting in the game of life, okay? That is part of getting in the game of life. It is part of searching, getting on YouTube, getting on blogs and Google, just freaking getting after it is part of preparing for the game of life. And it is fun to be in it. And what does that mean? What does it mean to be in the game of life? I'll give you my example of Charlie. And the reason that's how this came up, okay, is when Charlie brought this up. Sorry, I keep like hiccuping. Let's see. So Charlie's my brother-in-law, and he worked for Ernst & Young, EY, for many, many years. I'm gonna say like four or 5. And he was in auditing, and then he went to Coke, and I think he worked another like 4 or 5 years doing the same exact thing. And we were sitting at dinner one time. Him and my sister were, I guess, newly married. And he had no background in insurance, right? But he was like, Loy, he was like, I'm so sick of going to work and doing a job that no one really like appreciates, no one really notices. I'm just kind of going through the motions, getting there, doing what I need to do. He's like, I want to chase after something. I want to get in the game. I want to win. I want to lose. I want to fight. I want to negotiate. I want to hustle. I want to study. I want to be up late. I want to be up early. I want to be like grinding all the time. I'm sick of just sitting on the sidelines, chilling, watching everybody else doing what they want to do. He's like, I want to do insurance. And not because of insurance. Insurance is insurance. You know what I mean? It's not exciting, but it's a game. It's like it's sales, right? You're just going after it, and your income directly correlates with your efforts. And that's the same thing with Beachbody. And I just feel like people come into this business, and I feel like people come into a program, same thing, clients, coaches, whatever, and they're freaking fired up. They're like, yes, let's do this. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. And then they post their first like, hey, I'm a coach, or I'm opening up enrollment or whatever. I'm doing this, and they don't get any bites. And all of a sudden it's woe is me. I can't do this. Macy, you have a following. And I want to be like, hey, I'm calling BS on that, because I have worked really hard to get to this point, and it did not happen overnight. And I'm not trying to be like ugly or at all. I'm trying to just be motivational and help you see the big picture. Because you need to own your circumstance, whatever that circumstance is, whether it's you're busy, or you have a lot going on, or you have a lot of kids, or you are working full time. Like I was doing that also, but you have to take ownership of that and fight for the game, like fight to be in the game, because it is easy to sit back and not be in it. It's easy just to do the easy thing. You know what I mean? And I just want to reiterate how much time I spend researching. And there's so many times that I'm like, y'all don't even know who my upline is, because honestly, I barely know her. Like, I feel like I have not had any really help from her, any relationship with her. And it has been super hard, because part of me wants to be like, what the heck? I follow all these top coaches, and they just like do all this stuff for their teams. And like, I know I am definitely the number one person on her team, and I have not even heard from her in like years since I started, honestly. But like the minute that becomes my circumstance and I become a victim to that is when I just like, I just go downhill. And I refuse to allow that to be the winner of my life, the fact that I will have an upline that like walks with me. And I feel like sometimes people wait on me, like my coaches will wait on me to like do things and lead things. And I'm super happy to do that. But at some point you just got to like freaking go for it. You just have to push through and do things that are not easy, right? They're scary and they're hard. You got to get passionate. You got to get motivated. You got to find the drive, and you have to learn. Like I said, time. And I just want you to know, if you guys have followed me from the beginning, do you remember my first Instagram stories? Do you remember? I probably recorded it 20 times, my first one. And I said that I was like, hey, this is really weird for me, the fact that I'm recording myself. But I just want to let you know that I'm doing a free challenge, and you should do it with me. And I like put my phone down, and I didn't do it again for like a week. And I didn't post for a week. But then I would do it one more time. And then I would do it like 3 videos in a row, 3 stories in a row. And then the next day I would do like more of like just my day. And then I would do more of like my family. And then I would do more intentional, more motivational, inspirational. And then I started to show my personality more. And then I started to come on with no makeup and look like a boy. And like, I don't care, but people love that. They love it when you're just real. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start in a place where you're like, hey, this is really awkward. I'm really scared to do this, but I'm just going to go for it. Say what you need to say, and then put it down. And the minute you put it down, you're like, dang, that actually like wasn't that hard. That wasn't that scary. I'm going to do that again. your confidence, it builds so quickly as you continue to do these things. So you just got to do what you got to do to build a business, to be bigger, to be better, to grow, because that's the only way you're going to get traction, is if you are just like in the freaking game of life. And that is like my new saying. Like, I want to be in it. I just love that saying. But I'm also an athlete. So like my heart is an athlete deep down. And so I just like get really motivated by like competition and just the idea of being in a game. I love it. So maybe that works for me. It may not work for you. But yeah, your biggest victory is going to be owning your circumstance and just pushing through. And I just really wanted to share that. I saw that I had a chat. So does 2B mindset not include Shakeology in the plan? It's an option. So it's like, hey, this would be a great, on her videos, she's like, this would be a great breakfast, Shakeology. But it's not like required, but it is an option, if that makes sense. Oh, you answered that. No, that's okay. Any other questions? Did I just like preach so hard right there? I'm just so passionate. I can't stop. Wait, someone like raised their hand? I don't know what that means. Anything else going on, guys? Fill me in. Mary Alice, have you had any traction at all?
Yeah, I've signed up 2 people for 2B.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, do they feel so much better about not having exercise?
Yep.
That has been the issue for you.
I know it for me, but I don't have a relationship with food. Like, that's what's been eye-opening. I have pretty good willpower. But see, I'm not an athlete. I'm a bookworm. Thought of doing any jumping or anything like that was difficult for me to get past. And now I really enjoy the workout. Yeah. I did want to comment something you were saying. So I'm still staying on my 80-day plan. My food plan, yes, because I see 2B is very basic.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nice to have done 2B before 80-day.
I agree.
But it's like some people are truly very ignorant about food. They just do not know. I see that every morning when children, these are 16, 17-year-olds, are eating the Big Mama sausage. And I'm going to go buy one of those things. I'm going to cut it open, and I'm going to analyze it. The thing has 1,500 milligrams of sodium.
Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, people just don't know.
It says mechanically incorporated meat or something. I don't know what that means, but
that's the country for you, huh?
Yeah, it's a cultural thing too. I don't know.
Because I feel like the conversations you have with people, they're super overweight. Would you agree? Yeah, super overweight.
Yeah, that's the thing. So the one girl that I signed up, one girl, she's back and forth with her weight, and she'll say, I don't have an eating problem, but see, I've been out to eat with her, and I saw her. We went to Zaxby's, and she took the bread, that buttered bread that comes with Zaxby's.
Oh yeah, girl.
And she wrapped around that chicken strip, and I was cringing. And this is before 80 days. So that's how she eats.
Yeah.
And she has eczema, something terrible, and cannot get pregnant.
Yeah, it's her diet. I believe it.
I fully believe it, but she doesn't like to be told that, so I want to prove her wrong.
Yeah. Hey, another great thing to encourage your clients or your people to watch is Magic Pill. I don't know if y'all have seen that.
I have.
They encourage the keto diet, which I don't feel like that's actually what they're meaning. They keep saying the keto diet, but I feel like what they're meaning is no processed food and no sugar. They're talking like a true keto diet. People eat like 80% fat. Like that's a true ketogenic diet. They're talking like mild. They're talking like meats and vegetables. And they're not like putting, like eating butter by the spoonful. Like that's what true ketogenics do. So just preface it with that. But it basically talks about how it shows food curing people. legit curing people. So I think that is a huge wake-up call. I get questions or comments like, I'm sorry, I'm going to get on a rant really quick because I don't talk about this kind of stuff on my Instagram, but I can talk about it with y'all. It is I love that people have their calling, whatever their calling is. It could be to be a teacher, or it could be to be a mom, or it could be to be in insurance. I don't care what your calling is, but when you start bashing other people's calling, that's when I get upset. And a girl that's my friend, whose husband is diabetic, literally has looked at me and is like, what are you, like, why are you doing this? You need to, like, live your life. And I'm like, you need to live your life and help your husband not have diabetes. Don't be, basically, I'm going to text her and be like, watch this. You need this. This might be a dumb question, but if you are not doing 2B program, are y'all still promoting it? Not a dumb question. I like to do all the programs so that I know what it is. Like, I feel like I'm an expert at 80-Day Obsession. I can talk about it front, back, left, and right. I want to become an expert in 2B so that I can talk about it and offer it confidently. That's really it. I'm not doing 80-Day Obsession, but I'm still going to promote it because I think it's awesome. And another huge tip when it comes to new programs for Beachbody, it is like the bread and butter of growing a business is a new program. It gets really hot. People are really excited about it. They see you doing something different and they buy it. Even old customers will continue to buy the new program from you. So it's important to just be aware of it. And for me, my followers aren't like Beachbody people, right? Which is good. That's my goal. I don't want them to be Beachbody people. So they aren't following other Beachbody coaches and being like, wait, I want to do 2B. So to me, to them, to my followers, it's brand new. But even though it's been out for a month or so, I actually don't know how long it's been out. But I'm not promoting it at the same time. Most Beachbody coaches promote it the day it comes out. It's this huge sign up day and everybody is on their computer all day signing people up. I don't do it like that. I just chill, take my time. Maybe that's the wrong way. I don't know. I'm just figuring it out. How would you lead people through a program you're not doing? Because there's no way I'm stopping 80-Day Obsession, and you shouldn't. You should not stop it. But I feel like some of the older women I've talked to might be okay. So here's the good thing about 2B mindset. 80-Day Obsession, I think you really have to be able to explain it to somebody and be able to do a call with them and talk through and whatever. However, with 2B mindset, the videos really describe everything. It is laid out exactly the way it needs to be laid out. I have done it very easily on my own. Mary Alice, have you watched all the videos on your own? It's super clear, right?
Yes.
So I feel like you could say, here's how you buy it. They send you an email to tell you how to start. They show you how to log in. They walk you through the videos. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So you could kind of talk through the basic points of what I've talked you through tonight and be like, hey, this is what would help you with it. Maybe it's for you. Does that make sense, Stephanie?
I think what you don't want to do is just sell it to them and then not lend some support, check in. How are you doing?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you like it? Are you enjoying it? And if they have a question, you don't know the answer, just ask me and I will answer it for you. But I've really enjoyed it so far. I've eaten so many vegetables. I'm like,
me too.
I'm trying new ways to make vegetables. She's really into cooking. She loves to cook. She loves food. So she talks about food in a way that's ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. So I've tried different things and different ways of eating, which is so not like me. I just stick to my basics, and I've actually really enjoyed it. For me to make, I just ordered a spiralizer. I would have never done that before this. I don't got time to be spiralizing zucchini, but now I want to because it tastes like pasta. It's okay, I can get down for that. All right, any other questions? I know this call wasn't as inspirational. when Loy's on here. But Loy's going on vacay, so he's taking a little time off. Okay, well, let me know if y'all have any questions, any other stuff. Text me, email me, preferably text or email if you have my phone number. And then I'll get back to you. Thanks for jumping on, girls. Keep crushing it. Woo-hoo!